Hello students, how are you all? I'm doing good. Yesterday I gave you uh, 2 pages to read about your first chapter. Have you gone through it? Okay, fine. So we will start our first chapter from those topics that I gave you yesterday. So shall we start? Okay, so our first chapter is all about evolution of computer, means how computer originate or evolve from the olden days to the present day computer. So in this chapter we are going to study about different era or generation of computer. Before we begin with, first let me ask you a simple question. What do you understand by computer? As I told you yesterday also that computer is a device or a machine which is used to perform complex calculation. It takes information as an input, process it and then give an output which has a meaningful result. But the word computer came from the word compute, which means to calculate. So, how this computer evolved? In order to understand different generation or different machines evolved during this period, we have to go back to learn how computer came into being. The first basic mechanical device was abacus. Do you know what is abacus? Yes, you are using this particular device even today also. Are you doing a basic calculation in Vedic mathematics from Mahima ma'am? Yes. So you all have seen this device. So let's read what it does. This was the first invention and it was the first mechanical, first counting device began the journey towards the development of computer. Means it is the first device through which computer originate. It was the first mechanical device used for calculations and it was developed by Chinese in China. It had beads on spring or rods. What are these beads? These circular pebbles that you are seeing, these are known as beads. And this particular yellow line we call as what we call strings or rod. These pebbles are mounted on these rods inside a wooden frame. The abacus did not count by itself. As I said, it is a mechanical device, so we have to make it use. It cannot perform automatically. It is used for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Through this mechanical device, we can perform only 4 basic operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now let's move on to the next machine, which is Napier's bone. Do you see Napier's bone on right hand side? Alright. So what is a Napier bone? A Napier bone was developed by a Scottish mathematician, John Napier, who lived in year 1550 to 1670. John Napier has developed this Napier's bone to perform multiplication of long numbers by a single digit numbers. As I said, in abacus we used to perform only basic operations, but through Napier's bone we can do multiply for long numbers by a single number. If you see this particular machine, there are 9 rectangular bones or strips where we have different numbers embarked on it. Now when we use these switches, it performs basic form of multiplication. Tomorrow we will see video tutorials of all these machines that I'm going to discuss today, so that it will be easy for you to check those machines visually and try to understand how those machines performs basic to complex operations. So let's move to the next machine, which was known as the Pascaline machine. This Pascaline machine is also called arithmetic machine. Pascaline was invented by Blaise Pascal in the year 1642. Who developed this Pascaline machine? Blaise Pascal. Blaise Pascal had developed this machine. Now, what is the need of this machine? Why he developed this machine? He developed this machine to help his father, who was in tax department, who has to do some complex calculation related to arithmetic. So this was also known as arithmetic machine. What this particular machine have? This device had wheels. As you can see, there are wheels, gears and dials. There are different gears. You can't see it properly with this diagram. Tomorrow I will show you the actual machine, and it will how it works, and it will be easy for you to understand. So you just check it, the diagram today or figure today, and tomorrow I am going to show you actual machine through video. So this device had wheels, gears and dials. The device could perform addition or subtraction with numbers entered by manipulating its dial. Manipulating means by changing these dials randomly clockwise or anti-clockwise using these gears. Alright, so let's move to the next machine. This machine was known as difference machine. And who has developed this difference machine? This difference machine was developed by Charles Babbage. Do you know who was Charles Babbage? Yes, he was the father of computer. So let's see what this difference engine has. The difference engine was an early calculating machine designed by the English mathematician and inventor Charles Babbage during 1820s and 30s. So during the period from 1820 to 1830, this difference machine was invented, and Charles Babbage was the inventor of this machine. Though an actual machine has never assembled, the difference engine represents the first complete design of automatic calculating machine created to compute mathematical table. If you check previous machines, these were mechanical machines because we used to rotate or move these pebbles or these strips or bones to make it work. But this particular machine was an automatic machine to perform calculations. What is the capability of this particular machine? It was capable of calculating series of values and printing the result on a table automatically. There are uh, the different type of complex operation is to be given to solve mathematical calculation, and it keeps on calculating automatically, and it displays the result in a table format. There was one magnetic strip which is inserted in this difference machine, and it punches on those uh, magnetic strip to give a proper result. Now let's move on to the advanced machine which was developed by Blaise Pascal just after 10 years, and this machine was known as analytical machine. Now what was an analytical machine? The analytical machine was also proposed by Charles Babbage in the year 1833. Difference engine was developed during this period, 1820 to 1830s, and just after that he made some improvement in this difference machine and gave a name mathematical engine. Now what is the advantage of this machine has? Uh, let's see. After improving on the capability of the difference engine, it has 5 units. What are those units? Those units are input, output, store, mill, and control. So these are the 5 units that this machine has, which difference engines was lacking. Now what are the function of these units? Input was provided through punch card, means as we were entering the value through keyboard. In those days, input was provided by the punch card. It was, have you seen punching machine to punch the paper? Likewise, there was one punch card which was also punching on the paper, but it was a hard card. The second unit was store. Store was used for storing the data, as in today's we are using hard disk to save or store the data. In those days, there was one unit which was used to store the data. Then the third one was mill, was the calculating unit, as CPU processes the data. In those days, mill was used to calculate the unit, and control was used for supervising other units. So the control unit was checking how the data or calculation was performed properly, and the last unit was called as output, which was used to obtain from the printing apparatus or with punch card. Is when it performs the final result using punch card, it prints on the particular paper or punching card. Now this particular machine was known as first general purpose computer. The analytical engine introduced a number of computing concepts and laid to the foundation of computers that were further developed to give us a modern computer. This was the only machine developed by Charles Babbage, which was a foolproof computer. It was also known as first general purpose computer. So today we are going to end this topic. Now I would request all the students to go through this video again. If you have any difficulty, please read the instruction given on this machines and tomorrow I'm going to show you videos of this machine, and I'm going to give you some objective type questions, and you have to send me answer of those questions on my personal WhatsApp number. And if you have any difficulty, do message me or call me to complete your task. Okay, student, I'm going to end this topic today. See you then tomorrow. Bye bye.